Welcome everybody to the Entrepremommies Show. I'm Tiffy T, the Resellqueen.
Hello, I'm Nicole Flamer. How you doing?
Well, guys, if you're looking at this or watching or listening to this, you're probably like, wow, this is going to be a short show. Yeah, we got stuff going on. We're going to tell you what's going on. But Mother Nature, where I'm at, is hitting me a little bit hard. So we don't want to get caught in any torrential rains, tornadoes, hurricanes that are coming my way. And we also have some other issues going on. So how's your week been, Nikki?
My week's been good. Let's see. Oh, you know what? I have a customer service story to tell. With me as the customer. To make a long story short, because we're doing a show today. So I don't know if I've mentioned before, but I have 3 special needs children or adults. Gosh, they're not really children anymore, but
They're your babies.
so my oldest is about to age out of the system. When people with special needs reach the age of 21, they stop getting services through the school district for free, and then they have to find other means of activities, education, services, what have you, because they're now adults. So they move into an adult system. And I was taking a tour of an adult facility, a sheltered workshop that's local around where we are, or where I am. And when I walked in, I announced who I was and that I was there for a tour. And the receptionist was very rude to me, and she was like, "Well, who are you here to see?" So I was like, "Oh, like my bag. So let me go look in my phone and see who I was here to see," because I didn't know, because I didn't set the tour up. The person who works for my son set the tour up and just told me what time to be there. So I look, and they didn't provide a name. So I was like, "I actually don't know who I'm here to see." I said, "I just know I'm supposed to be here for a tour at 10 o'clock. So the lady, she proceeds to, she tells me, "Oh, well, there's nobody here that can help you. Go sit over there." Dismiss me. And I'm like, okay, I'm in a good mood. So I'm like, whatever. So I go sit down. I start texting and emailing people, the person that works for my son. My dad was going to come to the tour with me. So I'm texting him and calling him saying, "You know what, we might not have a tour, so you can turn around," or whatever. So about 7-8 minutes go by, and I tell the lady, and I say, "Hey, can somebody help me? Anybody?" I said, "I'm just sitting here." And she's like, "Well, I can't read your mind." And I said, "But I told you I was here for a tour when I walked in." And she's like, "Hold on." So she proceeds to go make copies, do whatever. Another gentleman comes in, and he's asking for the guy that she told me that I'm probably supposed to see. And he asked for him. He's like, "Yeah, I need to drop something off." She gets right on the phone and calls this guy up. "Hey, such and such, so there's somebody here to see you. Come on down." So the guy that I'm supposed to see comes down, and before he gets to the other guy, I say, "Hold up a second." I said, the guy's name. I said, "My name's Nicole. Are you expecting me?" He said, "Oh yeah, you're Cyrus's mother. That's my son's name." I said, "Oh, so I'm supposed to be here?" He said, "Yeah." And I said, "Well, why weren't you in the lobby to meet me?" I said, "Your receptionist was very rude." I said, "She didn't even bother to call you until this other guy called you." And he was like, "Oh, I'm sorry. He's, let's start over." And I'm like, "No, I don't want to start over, because I don't want my son going here now." I said, "You guys are horrible." Meanwhile, the receptionist over in the corner talking about, "Oh, that's not true. That's not how it happened. She didn't tell me what she wanted, but she's just over there bickering and whatever." But, long story short, I left. And I wrote a review on their Facebook page and their Yelp page. So people don't, so people know what they walk into, because I didn't expect that, because I was excited. I'm like, "Oh, I'm gonna go take a tour, see what this place is all about." But the lesson here is that if you're a business and that is your first person that greets your customers or prospective customers or whatever, and they get that is a quick way to go out of business. Now, this organization's, I don't want to even say credit, they kind of have a captive audience. They're in a market where there's not that much saturation. So, they're almost the only game in town. There's only a couple of competitors. So maybe they feel like they can slack off on their customer service. But honestly, it's an opportunity for somebody else who sees how badly they treat people when they come in there and say, "You know what, I can do this better." Their model is going out of business. They're grandfathered into the structure as a sheltered workshop. The what's happening in the special needs world is that they're moving away from that type of model anyway. So they're grandfathered in, so they have a captive audience. So maybe they can feel like they can treat people badly. But in general, you don't want the first person that your customer sees when you walk in to be somebody who's dismissive, angry, grumpy, because that's what she said. She says, I've been working here for 28 years. I should know what I'm doing. And obviously
Nikki, she don't know.
That's right. So that's my customer service horror story.
I'm concerned that this is a place for people with special needs, and she acts like this. That's concerning.
I think she treats the people with special needs like that, and most of them, they're either they're not going to fight back. I mean, right. They're gentle souls. They're not going to get smart with her like I did. They're going to be like, okay. And I think that's who she's used to talking to. So she felt like she can just talk to anybody like that. So
it's something that you said, customer service, because I had a tiny little incident last night.
Oh, goodness.
I had to go to the pharmacy last night to pick up something, and literally the people that were supposed to be waiting on me were on the other side, motioned, hey, I'm waiting, I need to pay for my items. They are steady talking. No one acknowledged that I was there. I'm waiting and waiting and waiting, and I'm not even being embellishing when I say it was probably 5 to 10 minutes.
Yes.
I had my card out ready to pay so that when they got there, I'm thinking, and I even walked to them, like to their section where they were, to like look, to be like, anyone gonna help me? And I left my stuff on the counter. I went next door to the supermarket. Thankfully, what I needed, they had.
Yeah.
And I bought it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, wow, a missed opportunity. In fact, I do plan on making a phone call later on today.
Yep. Yeah. That is just money on the table left out, just left.
Yeah. I tell you. And once again, they one of the only games in town. So, so if you're watching, listening to us, customer service is important. It's real important. I mean, a smile could change a whole customer's perspective. Even if you don't know what you're doing, a quick smile and, oh, I'm so sorry, I wasn't aware of that. Let me make a phone call. A quick phone call of who she knew does the tours would have been, there's a lady out here for a tour. I wasn't aware of this. Do you have time? Oh yeah, it's so and so. Let me come down. That would have been it.
Yeah.
And your son would have been at the facility.
Yes, right. Yeah. Well, here's the worst part. The woman's office, who sits directly across from the receptionist, I went and looked up. She actually runs the Facebook page. She is that organization's director of development, which means she's a customer service marketing person who's trying to get fundraisers and donations. So she's sitting there watching the whole thing and didn't lift a finger, didn't step in, didn't even seem to be that concerned about it. And she's the director of development. So she's the one people are giving their donations to for this organization. And it's like, so, that this is acceptable behavior in her opinion. Yeah. So that's the thing that got, once I started doing some research, and I'm like, oh, well, she was sitting right there the whole time and was just like, and here's the other thing. People don't know who you know. I could have had a check for $100,000 in my purse. You know what I mean? Like, people don't know. You don't know who you're turning away. And this is because I kept going over my head. I said, well, I didn't look like I was homeless or anything. Like, I looked, I had dressed
even if you did.
For the tour, and I was just like, I wonder why she just came off like that. And I guess it's just a lesson. You never know who's walking through your door, who's coming to your website, when you pick up the phone, who you're talking to that's calling you. You never know. It might be an opportunity in disguise, and just a little bit of customer service goes a long way,
Just a little bit.
Yeah, because when I checked my post that I put up, I had about 75 people who had seen that post already. So, if they read within the first couple paragraphs, that's 75 people that are now have a negative impression of that organization. So,
Wow, Nikki. Well, we also want to say hello to some new listeners.
Yes.
The analytics are coming in. So we want to say hello to Orlando, Florida.
Hey, Orlando in the house.
Yes. So y'all there with Mickey Mouse listening to Entrepremommies. Thank you.
There's a lot of business opportunities out there.
Yes.
You know, just
you should be able to make some money out there off of just the tourism alone.
Mm-hmm.
So I would love to talk to people out there and find out what they do out there. And then we have, I hope I'm saying this right, Duxbury, Massachusetts.
Okay.
I have no idea where that is, but thank you for listening. And Boardman, Oregon.
Okay. Pacific Northwest, right? That's
yes. So thank you guys for listening. We really do appreciate it. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for liking and following us. Feel free to always stay in contact with us on any platform that you listen to us. You can always send us an email at entrepremommies@gmail.com. We will write you back, believe it or not. So today's topic is going to be something that you've probably seen all over the news. But now it's one of those things that for both of us, it's kind of affecting our business. Mm-hmm. So it's probably affecting your business if you happen to be in the same type of market as us. Or it might be affecting a business that you deal with on a regular basis.
Right.
So everyone has been hearing about this coronavirus, which I've never even heard of before. Okay. I'm not in the medical field, but I did a tiny bit of research. Apparently, coronavirus has been around for decades.
Okay.
However, this particular strain is brand new.
Okay.
So that's what's causing the problem is, I guess, because it's brand new, they may not have all the treatments together, what's supposed to be done for this virus. Mm-hmm. And at this point, it's affecting at least 25 countries.
Oh, wow.
That have confirmed cases. If you've been watching the news, you know that it came out of an area called Wuhan in China. Mm-hmm. Some are saying that it possibly came from a section where they sell live animals, and they think it might have possibly came from bats. I don't know. I don't mess with bats. I have no idea. But regardless, what's happening is China has basically shut down the workforce.
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay. You know, for people like me and Nikki who get our products from this area, we already knew there was going to be a slowdown because of Chinese New Year. Mm-hmm. But they've kind of stopped the celebrations for Chinese New Year and basically said, all y'all stay home.
Yes, don't come to work, please.
Don't come to work. If you got to come outside, you better have a mask on. And they real serious about that too. Like they'll put you in jail, okay, if you don't come out there with your mask, okay? Which I'm fine with that because I don't need no crazy person, you know. And then so it brings up questions of can this virus get on our inventory? So according to like the World Health Organization, there is no research or nothing that they have found that you can catch it from being on like a surface or something like that. They feel like it could be a person-to-person contact thing. But honestly, right now, that's all the information that we have. So if they're shutting it down where people can't come outside, they're not able to go to work, people like us who get our products from there to sell it, we're not getting our products in. And there's other businesses that are going to be affected by this, like, you know, the Wally Worlds of, you know, I call them the big box stores. You go to a big box store, you pick up something. What does it say? It say made in China. Okay, so don't think that it's not going to. I mean, it's hitting us a little bit more, I think, because we're smaller operations. You know, Because I know for me, I have private labels, and because I knew the Chinese New Year was coming, I got my stuff already.
Right. Yep.
However, I'm almost sold out. I need to order some more.
Right. Yep. Well, that's what I was going to say is that, you know, on a smaller scale, you don't notice it. Like, you can prepare for it. It's just like I mean, because we've known Chinese New Year has been coming for a while. And so, you know, when my orders started to pick up, though, I was like, okay, yeah, I give people like 3 to 6 days sometimes anyway, just because I'm a small scale. So now I have to wait like 7 to 10 days though before I can ship these things, because I can't put an order in until February 9th for my stuff. So it's frustrating. I mean, I'm all about health, you know. I don't want to put my conspiracy hat on, but you know, I'm all about health and stuff. But I do have my opinions on the virus.
I'm with you, Nikki. Okay.
That's for another show.
Okay. It's funny how certain things just start to pop up and happen. But you know.
Right. And so such a timely time, you know, to do this. So, yeah. So I hope they wrap it up and it doesn't become, you know, an epidemic. And I mean, they keep every day on the news. It's like, there's another confirmed case in America. And I'm like, oh, great. You know? So,
every time it leads the news, you know that it's uber important. They're talking about that before they talk about the president, who's on the news every day.
Yep, it's on the news every day.
When that beats out Trump we have to inform consumers, then you know, okay, this is important, you know. So it got me kind of thinking, like, okay, how can I get suppliers in other places? So as we've talked about before, there's the ASD Show. That's A, S as in Sam, and D as in direct. That comes to Las Vegas 2 times a year. And it's a place for retailers to basically find more suppliers. But there's a section of the ASD Show called SourceDirect.
Oh, okay.
And this section, it's sectioned off by country, and you can speak to representatives of different manufacturers in different countries.
Okay.
So you'll be a section for India, a section for Malaysia. There was there was even a section, I think, for Nepal when I went there the last time. And you can get to see some of the different things that they manufacture. And you can even talk to them about custom items that you've already have in place that you've been selling, but this could be a backup for you.
Okay.
And you never also know. Their prices could be cheaper.
Right. Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So we'll have a link on the show in our description boxes of that you can click on to register for the ASD Show. If you register with our link and before, I believe, the first day of the show, it is free.
Oh, okay.
It's free. So you just got to pay your way to get there.
Get to Las Vegas. Yes.
Get to Las Vegas. Mm-hmm. You know, hop on JetBlue if money's a little tight.
Yeah.
Okay. But they also provide free shuttles to like local to local hotels. So you don't even have to worry about getting there. Now, because I've been there before, I actually pick a hotel that's either connected to the convention center, so I don't even have to walk outside, or there's hotels that are directly across the street from the Las Vegas Convention Center. So all I have to do is walk across the street.
Yeah.
And I am there. It's worth the time to see the amount of things that are available to you. And you may not even realize things that you like never even thought of. Oh, I could put that in my store, or I could they have a whole section of different things. They have a section for convenience stores. They have a section for like licensed apparel. Okay. So people who like to sell T-shirts You
Yes.
can actually might be able to sell something that has Disney on it without getting in trouble because you bought it from a licensed distributor.
Right.
Okay. Right. Look at all them nuggets we keep giving to y'all. Okay. Mm-hmm. And as they did last year, they are also going to have a CBD section.
Ooh, okay.
Okay, that last year they had a CBD section. It was the first time they've ever did that. And they also have like different seminars going on. They have not just for CBD, but also just in the retail space. So they'll have a seminar for people that own brick and mortars. They'll have a seminar going on for people that like to do online selling. I already know of people that are going to be speaking to people that like to sell on eBay, Amazon, all the other marketplaces that I do myself. They'll have people speaking. So you can go there, learn a few new tricks of the trade. They will, in fact, I met people that I use now for my private label shipping. So when my private label comes in now, stuff that I'm just getting replenished, it goes to this third party and they take care of the shipping.
Oh, wow.
And I met those people while I was at the ASD show.
Okay.
And it looking at what the cost was, it wasn't bad. I mean, I'm literally paying pennies per item. So, you start adding that up and go, okay, all I had to do was create the shipment to Amazon on my system. Amazon now got a whole way that you can send it to people, to a third party. It used to be you had to get all the information and then send everything individually to the third party. Amazon knows that people are doing this. So after you create the shipment, there's a button that says send this to your third party shipment vendor.
Okay.
And it's quite simple.
Okay.
It's quite simple. So, and that's just a tiny, and when I say tiny, I mean a tiny bit of information about the ASD show. If you're into jewelry, there's a whole section of jewelry. In fact, I bought earrings for like $1 a piece. I don't even sell earrings. That's not even a thing I'm into. But if they were that cheap, Tiff got some earrings.
I can't leave that.
And to me, they looked just like the same thing that you would see at the store or some of these other larger, like multi-level marketing companies sell for like $5. I got them for $1. So that's just one of the things that we wanted to bring up to you guys. So, you have anything to add to that, Nikki?
I don't. I'm looking forward to going this year. So, it'll be my first time seeing stuff. So, but other than that, I don't have anything to add. Life moves on.
Yes. So, all right, guys. I know this has been a much shorter show, and you're like, what is going on? But we got life. And life is happening all around us, okay? But we wanted to get this show out.
It all happens at the same time on the same day.
Of course. Of course. But you know what? No, we made it. We got our show in, and we want to thank you guys for watching and listening. I've been Tiffy T.
And I'm Nicole Flamer.
And this has been Entrepremommies, and we are the mommies that handle business.
That's right. Okay.